Hey guys, and welcome back on my channel. Today I'm excited to make you discover the Praga Bohema, which is just behind me. I'm not gonna say what it is to you because that's what you're gonna discover through the video, but I'm all excited about today. I want to introduce you to me driving the car and just having a fun together. It's a brand new car, it's an Hypercar. It is super fast. Bear with me and let's go driving. It's actually one of the funniest experiences that I have had in my career. We entered the track through the main gate, we went through the garages without stopping, turn left onto the pit lane, off we go. I'm like, we were just on the road, we didn't change anything, off we're on the racetrack, and then you start pushing. And then that's where I realized that it took me a couple of laps to get to, where the car is capable of doing, because I was blown away by the performance into the high speeds, the balance of the car works, and I totally 100% forgot that 5 minutes before I was on the road. I was like preparing a weekend. I was pushing the limit of the car, I was trying to brake later, I was trying to go fast and high speed, and I looked down and I was wearing jeans, trousers. I'm like, no, I'm not in my racing suit, I'm actually in the car that I was driving on the road. And you totally forget that you are on a road car. It's a race car when you're on a racetrack, it's a road car when you're on a road. It's actually the same car. It's a car for drivers, so you go out there and it behaves like a race car. It's one of the big technicality that was brought on the Bohema is the weight. Being below 1,000 kilo nowadays it's a huge challenge. As a race car driver, when you put 60 kilos of fuel in a race car, you feel it. So the weight is definitely something that you fight all the time, and having a light car, that makes a huge difference. We had that second turn 2 in the Slovakia ring. It's a very high speed, 220 kilometers corner, and the car is just there. It drives like a single seater. You don't realize you're in a GT car. It doesn't feel like a GT car. You actually see the front tires, which is like, open wheel, single seater type of racing. For me, a driver, the most beautiful part as a driver is high-speed corner. It's just feeling that the car is settled, you've got the downforce, you've got the car, you've got the balance, and you just sliding four-wheel sliding, and that's the best feeling that you get in a race car, and that's a feeling you can get here. It's not a feeling I could get on a heavy car, just because the weight is your biggest enemy at that time. It's a race car that you forget it's a race car when you're on the road, and it's a road car that you forget that it is when you're on a racetrack. Because when you're inside, everything is designed, everything is nice. You've got all the AC, lights, all the buttons that you need. You can even set up your mirrors electronically. So you got everything that you want, and the seat is comfortable. Those two worlds that normally never kind of cross, just did cross. And then you look at the mirrors, the mirrors mount, the way they design is just for the aerodynamic flow. Every small details out there has been thought about performance race car, but also if you look in the mirror, you see as well as in any mirror. They actually help you on track and they help you on the road, and I think that's a good summary of all the details and everything that's made for that car to be the way it is. The beauty of the dimension of the Bohema is that if you want to put some slick tires with GT3 wheels, you can do that. So if you want to push if you want to push further the limit of the car, you want to put some slicks on, and that's possible. So you have a car that can do everything and does it really well. It's going to be a very limited car. I know some of them are going to go into collection, but I hope that many of them are going to go on the racetrack, because that's where a car belongs. I believe as a race car driver, cars should be on track. And I can tell you that if that car is on track, you know that the driver is driving is a guy that's a top driver. let me tell you one thing, that's a proper race car and for race car driver. But the beauty is that I could drive right now off on the road and just go home. I mean, I'm pretty amazed by the work and the details and the steering wheel and where the engine works and the chassis. I could push it, I could enjoy it. It's got a lot of aerodynamic working on the car. So yeah, absolutely stunning. You can bring a passenger, which is great. You can drive fast. I'm honestly very impressed by the car. I don't really often do that type of driving, but I can tell you one thing, that looks like a GT, but it drives like a single seater, absolutely. And as I say, I could just go home, put my sat nav, my phone here, use Google Maps, drive home. So it was quite an experience, quite an amazing, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. So please, as always, make sure that you subscribe, you like, you leave a comment, and I'll get back to you.